Good morning everybody, I hope you are all doing well and welcome back to of course the channel, welcome back to of course another YouTube video. Now today we are entering day number 1 of my carb loading day. So obviously we're in peak week now. I've had my 3 depletion days, so realistically what I want this video to be to kind of more so put around is how to peak as a natural bodybuilder, how I'm peaking as a natural bodybuilder, because there's so many different ways that, don't get me wrong, there's so many ways to skin a cat, but at the end of the day, as a natural bodybuilder, you've got to take on board that there's so many small variables that not a lot of people take that much to do with. In terms of what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take you guys through how I do it, what I'm doing, how much I'm taking in, what I'm taking in terms of obviously choices, maybe some things that I've not been taking in throughout prep that might be getting taken in today. Of course, this is, like I said, this is my first day of loading and water loading for that matter as well. I've had 3 depletion days which have literally just consisted of whey protein isolate and chicken and essentially 60 grams of oats. That's literally been my carbohydrates and it's been absolutely disgusting. Like, no word of a lie, it's been probably the hardest 3 days that I've ever had to suffer in my whole entire life. So I literally didn't film a single thing from that. However, I thought to myself, I wasn't really going to film much to do with peak week, but I thought, why not actually bring a little bit of content for you guys, a little bit of informative content, a little bit of value for you guys, and you can get an insight into seeing how I peak as a natural bodybuilder. So without further ado guys, sit back, relax. I hope you do enjoy this video. If you do enjoy it, then please do not forget to drop the video a like for me. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications, drop loads of comments down below, because we are heading into the off season so soon. So whatever you guys want to see, drop a comment down below. We'll try and bring it to the channel, and let's get on with this first day of carb loading. I believe you can see me pretty well here, so I have essentially got all of my food that is going to be taken in over the course of pretty much the next few days. So of course, like I said, this is Thursday, we've then got Friday, we've then got Saturday, and we've then got show day on Sunday. So realistically speaking, today is going to be the highest loading day in terms of the amount of white potato that's going in, the amount of water that's going in. I'm also going to be taking in fruit today in the form of grapes and bananas. So of course I'm going to give you guys the full rundown after I go over these choices, and then make sure that you guys can understand obviously where I'm at with things and realistically what's going to be taken in today. Now, first of all, we have got spinach, so that is also going to be going in with my last and final meals tonight, which is just going to be a chicken meal, nice and simple. We also have vitamin C, our 1000 milligrams of vitamin C pills, in which they will be taken in later on today, obviously to help flush out all the water, because I am taking in 10.5 litres of water today. So there's actually going to be 10.5 litres of water taken in today, 10 litres taken in tomorrow, which will be 2 days out, and then one day we're going to cut it back and we're going to be taking in 5.5 litres. That'll be the day prior to the show. We also have some blanched almonds. Again, I'm not actually sure, I can't remember off the top of my head when they will be going in. I believe they might actually just be for show day now, so if they are, then that's totally cool. But they went in when I was on my depletion, so of course there was a couple of meals that I had chicken and almonds, or for example whey isolate and almonds. They did go in. The depletion was absolutely disgusting. Like, I do not want to go back there anytime soon. Now, main carbohydrate source today is going to be white potato. So there is going to be a lot, and I mean a lot, of white potatoes today. I'm eating over the course of 18 hours today. So that being said, I had to get up super early this morning. I had to get straight after some water already. The time right now has just passed 10 AM. I'm now 4.5 litres of water in as well, which is something that I'm definitely making sure that I'm staying on top of this year, just to make sure that I'm not kind of chasing my tail at the back end of the day trying to get like an extra 2 litres of water in. And on top of that, I have 4 meals of grapes first thing, then I have 4 meals or 5 meals of banana straight after that. So there's 18 meals all in, and that obviously consists of the grapes meals, the banana meals, and then of course the white potato meals for the rest of the day. So literally I got up at 6 o'clock this morning. These then do take me all the way until around midnight tonight, and then obviously I'll be ready to go to bed because I'll be absolutely shattered. And tomorrow we essentially have to do something very similar. However, tomorrow I start off with white potato, no grapes, no bananas, no fruit. I start off with white potato, and then we progressively move into sweet potato after that. So of course that then puts me over the course of second carbohydrate source. We have got 2 majorly big bags of your finest sweet potato. So I have got the first 5 meals of my white potato prepped here, and of course my last and final meal of grapes going in, which we've got 350 grams of grapes in there. So they have pretty much been a punnet of grapes per time, so that's around 450 grams. So what I done was I had 450 grams twice, I then pulled back and had 350 grams, and I've done around a litre of water per hour since I got up. So realistically speaking, we're very much on track. I kind of had the goal of, if I can get to around maybe 12, 1 o'clock, have around 6.5 litres in, then realistically speaking, we've only got 3.5 litres left, so that shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. Training wise, let's talk training. So I'm not training now up until the show. I had 3 depletion sessions, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I had back on Monday, I had chest and shoulders on Tuesday, and then I had arms on Wednesday, and that is literally me. I am resting up now, filling the body up full of carbohydrates, water, then pulling it, of course, just getting nice and rested, resetting, and then we will be travelling to Leatherhead on Saturday. But apart from that, I am going to go and crack on with the last little bit of my work. So yeah, I pretty much just wanted to go over all the sources first of all before I tell you exactly how much I am taking in, because it's probably going to be a time for you guys to sit down and think, why on earth are you taking in that amount of food? But I'll let you obviously prepare for that. So guys, the time has just literally went around 12 PM. I'm now 6 litres of water in, so that just means I've got 4.5 litres to go for the rest of the day, which allows me plenty of time to just kind of chill out and not have to kind of force it in. So I'm very happy with that. Now we're firmly moving on to the next source of food for the day. We're going in next with some good old bananas. This has definitely been one thing that I have actually struggled with over the past I think 2 or 3 years that I've done these sort of peaks, that what we're doing obviously this year with taking in obviously all the food, all the water, pretty much just everything. So before I go through all the stats, one of the biggest things has been whenever it gets to Thursday, where I've just done my depletion and all of the food goes in, all of the water goes in, all of the carbohydrates go in, I have to literally sit on my arse, and it's so hard because I just want to, obviously, I want to remain active, I want to go to the gym, I want to lift weights, I want to do everything, but I've literally got to sit down. Now, I've been allowed to go out a little stroll, a little walk, so I've literally just been out, so you can see my face probably looks like rosy red. I've been allowed to go out a little walk, no more than anything like maybe 2,500 steps over the course of the day. Obviously they might accumulate up over the course of just general steps, but this is definitely something that, again guys, just always bear in mind that whenever the work's done, the work's done. You do not need to be pumping up, you do not need to be training one day out, you do not need to be going and doing 15,000 steps. We do what we need to do, and that is literally it. But it's definitely been something that I have struggled with, obviously, trying to sit down and know that I'm taking in like thousands and thousands and thousands of grams of carbohydrates and not moving. There's one thing I really cannot wait to show you guys, the final package come Sunday. I'm looking forward to it because I know it's going to be my absolute best. I've put everything into it. We've been dieting for 31 weeks, all in. Not a single off plan, no deviating away from the plan. I have literally followed it to an absolute T, and that's why I am more than excited to showcase to you guys what I have been able to produce over the course of obviously the off season and this prep. But I've just been out for a mini stroll. It is now time for my white potato meals to start. I'm absolutely buzzing for them because of course we essentially went on to 0 carbohydrates for the depletion. So I'm going to get stuck into them, and then we'll go over some stats for what I'm taking in over the course of these few days. The white potato meals are starting to go in now. The one and only unfortunate thing about the white potato starting to go in now, at this time, my salt intake actually stopped at 12 PM today, so unfortunately we're going in with all of the white potato chips for that matter, with no salt, which is just unfortunate. But at the end of the day, we do what we need to do. I'm onto my next bottle of water as well, which will take me up to 7.5 litres once I finish this. Now, this is also something I did want to show you guys that came in the post just the other day. Now, of course, this video will be going up post show day, so I don't really care. Obviously showing you guys these right now, so I don't even know how well you can see them, but they're essentially the same as the ones that I have right now. They've got like a kind of sparkle to them, like a kind of glass look to them, but they are red. So we're going all the way back. This is like a throwback to my very first competition back in 2017 when I wore red trunks for the first time ever, and we are making the return of they're actually really nice. And like I said guys, I was gonna keep these a secret, but obviously at the end of the day this video is going up after show day, so realistically speaking it's not gonna matter, but I think you can see them a little bit better there in the light. Like that, we have got enough potato in here, which is for the next 5 meals for today, which is Thursday, which again is my first loading day, as you guys will know. So I've had to prep literally them like half and half, and I've got 2 air fryers going and there's literally still not enough room. So we've got these to go now. These are for the next 5 meals, and then surprisingly I have 2 more meals to go after that of white potato, which I need to actually make some more of. Then I'm going to have to prep tomorrow's potato. I've also got chicken to make for my last and final 2 meals for tonight, which will go with spinach. But yeah, this is the way that things are currently looking. The next 5 meals will be going in. Obviously I will divide this by 5 now, split it all up into all of my meals, and then that'll be me pretty much done for my white potato for the day. Good morning, my most favourite people of the good old YouTube. Now, first of all, I can only apologise for the lack of content taken from my 3-day out, carb up load, main water load, grapes, bananas, everything. I was literally just dead on my feet yesterday, and there was no way I could just keep picking up the camera and just filming everything. To be fair, like, I was eating over the course of like 18 hours. I wasn't just going to come on 18 times and be like, right, I'm eating again, I'm eating again, I'm eating again, I'm eating again. So we're now on to the next day. I have another 10 litres of water to take in today as well, which is coming from these bottles right here. So I am around 3 litres in right now, which it's a lot harder today because I don't have any fruit to take in. There's no kind of change ups. I'm literally just done white potato and sweet potato for today. And then I've got a couple of chicken meals later on tonight. But apart from that, I'm finding it a lot harder today to take in the water because I took in 10.5 litres yesterday. I've got 10 today, and I think the water's just sitting there because I've got nothing really to break it up with, like the grapes, the bananas, etc. It's just straight into obviously my white potato, which I'm totally cool with. I'm going to get on with it. I'm at the end, as you can see, I've got a nice like big water belly here. I don't even know if you can kind of see that in many lights because I'm so white, and I think because I've got the camera right in front of the window, I just look even worse. However, I'm going to wrap this video up after this kind of little segment bit here, but I thought first of all I'm going to come on, give you guys some stats, go over it. We're obviously 2 days out. I've not got that much to show. I'm not training. I'm not even going out walks or anything like that. Like, I'm not keeping active or anything. I've literally got nothing to do apart from get my work done, get everything ready for the weekend, and just eat and drink and eat and drink and eat and drink and essentially peak for show day. And that is literally that. But I got into bed last night, and within around a minute, Sarah told me within around a minute I was literally out for the count. I was absolutely dead. But apart from that, guys, so over the course of my 3 main loading days, so that's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then of course show day Sunday, this is how much I'm going to be taking in, or this is how much I'm in the process of taking in, I should say. I'm not going to give you the specific details in terms of what I'm taking in per meal, because this is specifically to me. This is tailored towards me. This is not tailored towards anybody. So if anything as well, I wouldn't recommend you take in all of this at once as well, because you'll pretty much just feel so well. The course of the 3 days, we're looking at 1,500 grams of grapes. We're looking at 1,750 grams of banana. We're looking at 4,750 grams of white potatoes. So for anybody that's not familiar in grams or kilos, that is essentially just 4.75 kilo of white potato. We're then looking at 3,650 grams of sweet potato, 800 grams of chicken breast. We've got additional spinach in there just to make sure that obviously we're not affecting the digestion, but we're making sure that it is in a very good spot. We've also got whole blanched almonds that will be going in on Saturday, and obviously for show day as well, just to kind of nibble on throughout the day. We then have the vitamin C, which of course is this one right here. I literally just picked up vitamin C, which is 1,000 milligram tablets of vitamin C. I picked that up in Holland and Barrett, which is just totally normal, just to make sure that obviously we're flushing all the water out of the system. Now this is where it gets funny, because the amount of water that is being taken in is literally just shy of 30 litres of water over the course of 3 days. Now that is an extreme amount. I would not recommend you do that on a daily basis, because of course at the end of the day that's just not gonna do you many benefits. But for this specific peak, and this is obviously how I'm peaking as a natural bodybuilder, this is exactly how much I'm going to be taking in, and that is essentially all of the food. There's no other choices, there's no other supplements that's going in. All of my supplements have been pulled out as well, apart from vitamins, and the only thing I was able to put over my food yesterday until 12 PM was Himalayan salt, in which has been totally cut out now. So that is going to be that is all the stats right there. What I'll do is I'll stick them on the screen for you guys so you can get a good look over them as well if you've already forgot what I've just said. But apart from that, it is Friday, we're 2 days out. I am feeling full as hell from the water already, but it's peak week, guys. This is where the main sciencey side of things happens. This is where my physique comes alive. Right now I'm kind of not got a vein in sight. I've not got anything really happening. Again, obviously you guys tend to think that whenever you carb up, you all of a sudden become this absolute monster, when realistically speaking, the way that we peak, that doesn't happen until show day. And then of course afterwards, whenever we put anything into our system that may contain salt or sugar, we go crazy. But apart from that, I hope of course you were able to enjoy this peak week 3 days out, 2 days out video. If you did enjoy it, then of course please don't forget to drop the video a like for me, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you all in the next video.